Good to see you. Good to see you here. Today, we are continuing our series on the angels in our midst, and later on we're going to be meeting Pastor Deku. But before then, we are very, very proud today to have one of the organizations that are proudly associated with us. SSNIT is here with us, and we're going to find out some things that are very, very important for all of you to know and to understand. And here with us to share with us all these details is Miss Eva Amegashie, who is the head of the public affairs. Put your hands together. Show some love for Eva Amegashie. All right. Eva, welcome to the house.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here, you know.
It's good to see you again.
Well, you know, it's always good to have SSNIT around, man. Folks, she's in the house. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, everything you had to know about SSNIT and more. We'll be right back.
Don't worry, the KSM show will be back in a flash. Well, almost.
The KSM show.
So, I know we have a lot to talk about. You know, there's a lot we want our viewers to understand about SSNIT, but let's just a little bit about you, you know, before we get into the SSNIT issues. Where did you go to school?
I went to Fansman.
And then from there?
From there, I went to GIJ. Then I went to School of Communication Studies. Then I went to GIMPA.
Oh. What do you study at GIMPA?
Executive Masters in Public Administration.
Before you landed at SSNIT, or you did a few stints before SSNIT?
Oh, SSNIT from the beginning.
Oh, from the beginning?
So as I'm working, I'm schooling, working and schooling.
I see,
so I'm a Methuselah there.
What year did you enter SSNIT?
1976.
76?
Yeah.
Put it all together, man. So I suppose you've risen through the ranks. What do you start off when you went to SSNIT?
I went as a clerk. Then I rose through the ranks to be an executive member. That's a corporate affairs manager.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I think the first time I had you on TV, that was the time we were doing Build Your Ark.
Yeah, exactly.
You know you appeared as yourself in Build Your Ark, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. People still ask about it. Maybe you should bring it back before you leave SSNIT.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Show some love, man. Yeah, but anyway, you are here today because you have some critical issues to discuss with us, and especially the biometric registration.
Yeah.
And how important for people who are now between 55 and 62 to make sure they are registered. But before we get there, generally, what is the biometric registration?
Biometric registration is just simply trying to computerize our members, ensuring that they have a smart card. The smart card is when you are registered biometrically, you are given a smart card. Then we take your bio data, then, which means we are taking your signatures, we are taking your fingerprints, then we take your picture too. So they are all embedded in a chip in the card. And this card can give you access to our biometric terminal. It can give you access. You can use it as a form of ID wherever you go. And it helps us with processing, having all the information on you. So when you are due to collect any benefit, we make sure we register you biometrically before we start processing. So we are appealing to people who are 55 years and above to go to any of our 50 branches to go and register. Because if you don't, when you are due to collect your benefit, we'll register you. And you see, those who are 55 years and above, they qualify for any of our benefits. I would say, when I say any of them, it means that it's the old age benefit. That is the only one they can qualify. With invalidity, there are certain conditions before you can put in. And with death and survivors, it means you are dead. Only your beneficiaries will come and collect.
Yeah.
So those who are between this age cohort, 55 to 60 years, we are appealing to them to register biometrically if they haven't. And sometimes we appeal to them to that 3 months before you retire, go to any of our branches.
So you have to make sure you are registered
Yes.
at least 3 months before you retire.
But we want even
Even
earlier.
yeah,
But 3
yeah.
months before you retire, you go to any of our branches, then you tell us in 3 months' time, I'm going to retire. I want to see whether my bio data, everything is okay, my financial data, everything is okay. If you don't do it before then, when you come at the point of disengagement, we do all these things before we start processing. It might prolong it. So the onus is on you to come early.
So basically, all the members are now on the biometric system now?
Not all of them.
Not
That
all
is
of
why now we are appealing to those who have not yet re-registered.
To
Who said,
make sure they do.
Yes. So most of them, they have the 8-digit numbers already. Those who are already on our roll, now they should come and get registered biometrically, and they'll be given a 13-digit alphanumeric number. That is, there's an alphabet, and then we have the numerals number.
So
It's
the 8-digit ones have to be upgraded to the 13 in a way.
Exactly, exactly. And for you to register, what do you need to register? You can't just go to SSNIT branch and say, I want to be registered. We need to identify you. And how do we identify you? You come with your 8-digit number. 8-digit number. Then you come with either your passport to show your picture is there, your date of birth. You know, we need your date of birth. So we want something that has your date of birth. So you can't just take anything at all. So your passport has your date of birth. Your national ID has a date of birth. Then you have your NHIA card. That one, and your driving license. Yeah, but there are some people, they wouldn't have any of these.
At all?
Yes, because probably he does not own any of these. So how does it do? We have a way of going through an interview, and we have a form that will try to confirm your date of birth. With all these, the date of birth is key when it comes to Social Security. Date of birth is key because it determines when you can collect your money. It's money business. And always with Social Security, when we talk about Social Security, people think that it's always money. No, Social Security is about 80% data and 20% cash. When the data is wrong, you can't pay cash. So data is key. And data, the first thing is your date of birth before your financials, because it's at a certain time of your life that you claim. So if we get it wrong, we might either pay the wrong people, people who don't deserve to be paid. So date of birth is key. And we all have only one date of birth. We should always remember.
We should all. So we have the official and then the football. So.
But we have only one.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah. Okay. So, but this registration can only be done at branches, right? You can't go anywhere else.
No, only SSNIT
Only
branches.
SSNIT branch.
And we have 50 branches. And they are so spread out that wherever you are, you can have
find a
access.
branch.
For each region, we have branches there, 50. You can go to any of the nearest. Even when you are processing your claim, you can transfer. So you are not limited. Some people, they start the claim in Accra and they said, when I retire, I'm going to Boku.
Okay.
So you can start it in Accra. Then you transfer it. But we should ensure that before you also put in a claim, you have a bank account that is in your name. And the name that is at the bank is the same name that you have at SSNIT. If not, you have a challenge. Because sometimes we have different, we write, because we use our checkbook or our savings book, we write a certain name. And when it comes to Social Security in our records, it's
So
when they don't tally,
yes,
when they don't tally, the money goes to the bank, they won't pay you.
Oh, really?
Yes. So we always insist that, like, if you have a checkbook, a leaflet in the checkbook, you know, normally you have your name on it. So we use it. So they synchronize. If they vary, you can. So these are some of the causes of delays in processing. Because if you get it wrong, you get it wrong everywhere. And so your name, the spelling, you should ensure you have the same spelling. Yes. You know, sometimes these days, like a name like Boache, so you have, you know, we knew of B-O-A-K-Y-E. Now they spell it Boache, C-H-I-E. Some it's T-S, you know, we have to be consistent.
I see.
There's
I see.
consistency
I see.
in the way we write it. Yeah.
So the minute there's a discrepancy, it messes up the whole
Yes,
process.
so if you change, there's the need, probably legal means of changing. You change it, you change with SSNIT. There should be documentary evidence that you have changed. Especially the ladies, they change their names, but you ensure that you change your name with SSNIT.
Yeah.
And there should always be a documentary evidence that I've changed my. Even the men, they change their names.
Yeah.
When they become chiefs,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
there should be evidence that you are changing your name. And it's fine with us.
When somebody has that 8-digit number and they're now moving to the biometric,
The 13-digit
the
number.
13-digit, the information that they have on the 8 is automatically transferred to the 13.
Exactly.
As-
it goes
as- yeah.
Yes. So that is why you can't change it. Just say that I want to change. When you want to change, then it should be legal. So there should be documentary evidence. Because like sometimes you go to our records, you can have a name like Kwesi Mensah. You can have about 3,000
Yeah.
Kwesi Mensah,
Yeah.
but they will have different date of birth. You know, Mensah is one of the names that I think it's only the Northerners who don't use Mensah.
Everybody-
The Evers use, the Akans use,
Okay.
the Ashantis, everybody, they all use Mensah.
Mensah.
The only the North. So some of the names are so identical. So sometimes it's the parentage and the date of birth that we use to distinguish who is who. Yeah,
When you
and
have two
still-
Kwesi Mensahs who have the same date of birth, which I'm sure can happen,
then we use the parentage. They won't have the same mother as
yeah.
Eva Amegashie. So it will vary, or the same mother or the same father. So sometimes we probe further to see whether you are the person we are looking for.
Okay.
So sometimes you think that SSNIT, the people, they are too much, they are doing, what is this?
Yeah,
But to make sure we are paying the right person, because if mistakenly we pay the wrong person, we have to pay the right person again.
Yeah.
So we have to go through, rigorous processing to ensure that we are paying the right, especially when it comes to survivors' benefit. That when we are not paying the member, we are paying the dependents of the member. So we have to make sure that the people we are paying, they are the right dependents or the right nominees. Because if we pay the wrong person, we have to pay the right person.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So once you go to the biometric registration and hopefully everything is correct, then based on that, you issue a smart card.
Yes, they should use
Okay.
a smart card. And the smart card, what do you use it for? You use it as identification anywhere because your picture is on it. Then you can use it in a biometric terminal.
Okay.
Then you can use it as in processing. If you
Okay.
want to make any inquiries on SSNIT, you use that instead of the card that we used to from 1965 that we were using. So this replaces that.
Okay. Your biometric terminals, are they at the branches or?
They are the branches. At the moment, we have 19. When you use your card and you go in, it's an interaction with the machine. So just like an ATM, instead of churning out money, this one, it churns out information. Not money. So
Okay.
when you put in, you want inquiries.
Okay.
It will tell you it will give you a menu. Tell you
Okay.
what you want to do. You click, you get it. If you want to view your statement, you can view your statement.
Okay. Okay.
And you can, if you want to print, you can print.
Okay.
If you want to view your nominees, the people you have indicated that they want to inherit you, you can view, but you can't change them.
Can't change it.
You can just view. So when you're a pensioner, you want to confirm your pensioner certificate that you are still around. You can go there with your
Okay.
card. So with that machine, you need the card.
You have enough of the terminals?
We have 19.
19.
For starters, though we have 50 branches, they are all in the branches. So you don't have them scattered anywhere. They're only in the branches. Yeah.
So say you're not too sure about who you put down as your beneficiaries and you want to find out exactly who's listed, you can go to the
And
terminal
view.
and view.
And only view. You
Okay.
can't change.
In case you want to change it, you have to
You
go
have
to the
to go
office.
to the branch.
Okay.
You have to go
Okay.
to the branch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with this question, I would like to see that most people started work when they were not married. They didn't have children. So you write sometimes, my mother, my father. The minute you start having family, change. You can
Okay.
change as often as you want.
Okay.
The law mandates that if you don't change at all, once in 5 years view and change. And if your nominee predeceases you, you change. So you don't wait till you, the member, you die, then probably you can die intestate. Because if your nominee predeceases you, I mean, there's no nomination. No, then please, sometimes you have to use the PNDC law 111. Yeah.
Fantastic. Put your hands together, man. So for all of you that are listening, it's very, very, very important, especially if you are 55 plus, that you make sure that you go through the biometric registration so that once you have the card, when it comes time to be paying your pension, there's no wahala. Otherwise, you have to start all over at the time that you wish you would have had the money in your hand. That's when the process is going to begin. So let's do it now. At least you should be at least 3 months before your retirement. You have to have it done so that the process can be easier and quicker for you. If any last words that you want to tell to the public?
I would like also to sound that with the invalidity benefit, it's very important that the minute you are declared an invalid, don't wait and go through other means like traditional herbalism. I'm not saying nobody should go, but in the law, it stipulates that for you to get your money, within the last 36 months of your invalidity, you should have made a minimum of 12 months contribution, not consecutively. But so if you go round, and it's more than 36 months, and you within the 36 months, you haven't made any contribution, you don't qualify for invalidity benefit. So I like to appeal to the public. The minute you are declared an invalid, you put in your claim, and what do you need? You need a medical report from your medical doctor, recognized medical doctor, and then you face a medical board for them to determine whether whatever is ailing you is making you permanently incapacitated.
Okay.
But if you go round, first, you don't qualify because you are more than 36 months. You haven't made any contribution because probably you've been sent home. So then you come and you don't qualify. We are appealing to members that please immediately.
Okay.
So, and we have a hotline. So anytime you have a problem or you don't understand in 0302-611-622, it's our contact center line.
Okay.
It's always available. Whenever you are in doubt, you are not too sure, always call. And we are always there. Our branches are there. Come to us and we explain everything to you. You are always available. You are the reason for our existence.
Fantastic. And they deliver on their promise. Just allow one more time. Eva, thank you so much for coming and hanging out and explaining these things. If you have any other questions, the call center is on your screen right now. You can call anytime. And if you want to Facebook us, you can Facebook us on any of the questions, and we'll definitely send it to SSNIT, and we'll give you the answer as soon as we get them. In the meantime, we really appreciate your coming.
Thank you.
Okay. Put your hands together. And coming up, we'll be talking to Reverend Pastor Deku. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Oluman Buki will be right back.